Hey there, consider joining my channel if you enjoy my content. This will help me keep making these videos.
Let's say I'm fighting myself in there. I'm gonna beat myself. Not even martial arts, life. You know what I mean? It's always you versus you. If you're competing against other people, you know what I mean? Competing against others, and you're gonna become bitter. Eventually, you'll become bitter. But if you compete against yourself, you'll become better. You know what I mean?
So we are excited to see Conor McGregor step into the octagon here inside Ericsson Globe, Stockholm, Sweden.
You put in the performances, you put in the work, you put in the hours, and the UFC brass take note, and then you get the call up to the big show.
Welcome to the UFC, man.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So there's been a lot of hype. I guess the hype is real, man.
Yeah.
When I went to Ireland for that Trinity College thing, all I heard about was Conor McGregor. I'd never heard of the kid before. And, I went out there and there was a ton of hype behind him before he even got here.
King of Las Vegas, Dana White, with the King of Dublin, the notorious Conor McGregor.
For years, the UFC has looked for a huge star for the European market, and it looks like they may have found one. Conor McGregor, ahead of his fight with Dustin Poirier at UFC 178.
In my eyes, I just speak the truth. I don't talk trash, I speak the truth.
Is this your toughest test today? To tell you the honest truth, I fought tougher guys, and if Conor could fight half as good as he can speak, I think it would be.
Dustin thinks it's all talk, but when he wakes up with his nose plastered on the other side of his face, he's gonna know it's not all talk.
Make no mistake about it, I am taking over the UFC period.
It's the first time I've ever fought anybody who talks themselves up this much. But it's fun, but it's also a little aggravating.
I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna play off his panic. I sense panic every time I look at that young boy.
I'm just being myself. This is who I am. I like to look good and whoop ass. It's what I do best.
This fight, I'm gonna be cool, calm, and calculated. I'm gonna take you out, man.
Every single contest he gets in, he hits one knee. A gust of wind and he does the chicken dance.
He needs an ass whipping like he's about to get. It's gonna make him a better person in the long run. You're welcome, Conor.
His shots are basic, and I believe this is where it comes to an end. When he walks into something sharp off me, he's gonna hit the canvas hard.
I've never disliked somebody that much I've ever fought.
His chin is gonna be cracked, and it's gonna be cracked early.
A lot of people look up to it and think he's the next thing, and I'm just gonna show that he's not. It's impossible to do what he said he's gonna do.
He's a scared little boy.
I'm prepared and ready, and I'm gonna put this guy away.
Panic is setting in, and that is that. So I will go out and I'll put him stiff and carry on my journey.
It's personal and it's business. It's a grudge match. I don't like this guy.
My confidence comes from looking around at the division. I don't see anything in the division that troubles me, not one of them. They don't move like I move, they don't think like I think, and they don't talk like I talk.
Well, we're gonna go in there and see who's a better fighter. That's what it comes down to.
Dustin's little pea head is gonna get removed. It's gonna get put into my collection, and I'm gonna get on my way to the goal.
September 27th, guys. Come get it, Conor.
This fight between Poirier and McGregor. Here we go!
Immediately, McGregor opens up with a hook kick.
Yes, southpaw,
Spinning back kick to the body. And again, Poirier. Oh, he tagged him with the left. Mike, he heard him up top.
90 seconds in. Right in front.
He's talking to him now.
Oh, yeah. Hands in his hips. Conversation. Looking up to his left. It's the just like that.
That's the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake about it. Conor McGregor is for real. He really did just make it look easy. He said he would make it look easy. He made it look easy.
These featherweights don't understand. Until they get hit by me, it's a whole other ball game when they get hit by me. So I said I'd knock him out in the first round, and I knocked him out in the first round. You can call me Mystic Mac because I predict these things. This is the new age. I wanted to come over here to America and show the American public the new era of the fighting Irish, and I brought my whole country with me. If one of us go to war, we all go to war.
Look at this. Look at this. He's going after Jose Aldo. Look at this. Look at Jose Aldo. He's in front of Jose Aldo screaming at him, and Jose Aldo is smiling. That's kind of scary in itself, John. Aldo's heart didn't skip a beat.
Hold on, I get
get me spit bucket. I'm gonna hand him my spit bucket. Tell him to go back and spit shine that belt and bring it back here. They're ready for me to take it.
You ready for this fucking thing?
I'm ready for war, you know that.
Today, we are kicking off the World Championship Press Tour.
I own this town, yeah?
If this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback and kill anyone that was not fit to walk.
Respeitar, vou respeitar, não importa quem seja. Mas quando chega lá dentro, o respeito acaba. Aí eu chego e venço.
Where's he at?
Face to face, you got nothing to say. You got nothing to say face to face. Otario, otario. You know what that means? Pussy.
Where's he at? What's he gonna do?
It looks good, right?
No, never.
Say goodbye.
Meu pai me fez corona.
Tell him I said I am his daddy.
I own this town. I own Rio de Janeiro.
Give me that. Spit shine that.
Nunca vai ser.
Sit on my lap.
Nunca vai ser.
What are you looking at? Yeah, what you gonna do? You wanna do something? Bitch, what you gonna do? You little bitch. Give me that, I'll take that belt.
Soltar os bichos em cima dele. Vai se arrepender.
One king gets old. He starts getting sloppy, he starts stagnating. Then a young gorilla comes up and kills him and takes everything he owns. That's gonna crack you right in the chin. That's gonna hit you right in the chin.
Com certeza, mano. Vou matar esse filho da puta, vou arrancar a cabeça dele. Scooby-Doo. Sem gás. Filho da puta, cheio de mar. Falador pra caralho. Passa por cima dele, ele não vai nem ver.
Vai morrer.
Deixa ele aproveitar uns minutos de fama, porque depois da luta... Deixa ele falar tudo.
He's not holding you back. 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 Let's go a little bit closer.
Don't touch.
Closer, let's go closer. I want to smell his pussy. Yes! I can smell your pussy from here.
Okay, Beverly?
Yeah. That's a good dude.
Pescoço, cheio de mão, filho da puta. He looked my little friend. You forgot your belt. You forgot your belt. You forgot your belt. Eu sou maior. Eu sou maior aqui.
It's a manly sign. It's a manly sign.
Eu sou maior.
That's okay. It's a manly sign.
Awesome.
He has 25 minutes to run. 25 minutes to hide that battle worn chin. And nobody can hide that chin from me.
Por isso que eu continuo sendo campeão, porque eu sou a máquina.
Eu sou campeão. Eu sou campeão. Tell him I'm coming. Look into my eyes, little man. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the kid. I'm looking at the kid.
That is my heart. Next time I see you again. Next time I see you again. Next time I see you again. Next time I see you again.
Is that crazy or what?
Money,
Wow. That logo like that. Crazy.
I like it.
Me too. Me too.
Frente a frente, vou arrancar a cabeça dele fora, meu. Deixa ele ver. Ele pode falar quando tá longe. Lá dentro não vai falar nada.
Let's hope. This is what you call a rude awakening.
Yeah.
He broke his fucking rib.
Oh my God.
We've spent a lot of money promoting this fight. A lot of people are excited about the fight, so it's definitely disappointing.
Had a little tiny bruise. And panic set in. Fear set in.
So, doctors have revealed that he's a pussy.
That Aldo's rib is too painful, and he will not be fighting. So, Chad Mendes now will fight Conor McGregor for the interim belt.
It means nothing to me. The result will remain the same. It doesn't matter who was in front of me. I am the pound-for-pound #1, so whoever is standing across from me will get it. If a man is scared for his life, we cannot force him to step inside and face me. You know, I feel he is afraid. The doctors have cleared him to fight. It's a bruise, but he has still pulled out. So rightfully so, the belt should be taken from him, and we should contest for the interim belt, or in my opinion, the real belt. I just feel he was beaten mentally before I had the chance to beat him physically.
You're still going to fight, but you're going to fight Chad Mendes. How do you think you match up with Chad?
I'm going to demolish him. I'm going to rip his head off.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Connects with. He tagged him with 2 big punches there, Mike. Spinning back kick is nice. Pocket that one. Looking for the takedown. That's a big power shot. Got this. Nice and done. Takedown. Takedown. Watch out. Get in. Can he get it? Lost in the back. Can he finish him here? It's all over. Conor McGregor is the UFC interim featherweight champion.
If you look at the baddest dudes in the division, it's Aldo McGregor, Mendes, and Edgar. So
I talked to Frankie Edgar.
Yeah.
And he said that he spoke to Conor and he said, hey, I want the shot before you fight Aldo because we never know when he's coming back. Is that something that you would say, all right, this makes sense?
No.
What's next
That
then?
makes no sense whatsoever.
All right, so what makes sense for you?
Jose Aldo versus Conor McGregor makes sense.
This one will be a spectacle. This one will be a master class. This one will be the changing of a guard. Me bringing in a new era in fighting, in approach, in everything.
I think he's a clown. He likes to talk a lot and he likes to make people laugh. But that's about it, you know. And I'm really sorry that I couldn't fight him last time. And when it comes time to fight him now, I'm going to kick his ass.
It will be over before you know it. So he's like a scared little boy.
You're playing touch butt with that dork in the park.
I bounce heads off the canvas.
Scared. If you can fuck with a guy's emotions, he can't fight good.
I don't give a
I don't give a either. He makes gun signs with the right hand and animal balloons with the left hand.
You gotta recognize because he knows what's real. He knows this is the real.
You know it's a and you'll know Saturday night.
Here we go! Conor's in serious trouble! That's it! He's got the chain! He's
I'm not surprised,
This is the fight business. I'll come back.
What are you going to do with that money that you won?
I don't know, I'm by a yacht.
Diaz beats McGregor, but McGregor's the bigger draw.
He felt like he could knock anybody out.
I knew I could beat the guy.
Conor is saying you got lucky.
Truth came out.
I will have my redemption.
Saturday, August 20th, Nate Diaz versus Conor McGregor.
I'm ready for whatever he has to bring. Try to hype himself up, but when he goes to sleep at night, he remembers what happened the last time.
Shut your f***ing mouth, you'll do nothing. Get the f*** out of here.
Don't throw those f***ing Conor. Conor. Sorry, guys. See you Saturday.
814.
I thought I'd win that fight.
The
I want number 3.
Make no mistake, it will be a trilogy fight.
Look at everybody up here. They're all dressed like me. They're all trying to talk like me. They're all trying to be me. This is the lottery fight.
History has been made.
Oh, that looks good.
This is the biggest fight ever in combat sports history, in any sport.
How can a fighter who has zero experience in boxing go up against the very best and pretend that maybe he can win? It's almost unheard of.
Mayweather is a way better boxer. There's just no doubt about it. He's one of the greatest boxers, if not the greatest boxer that's ever lived.
I know every single shot he's been hit with. I know every single shot he's been hurt with.
Never compare Conor McGregor to me. That's a total disrespect.
I'm the boxing guy. Watch me take over boxing. Trust me on that. Floyd doesn't know, not knowing that this boxing game knows what's coming. Roger said most people don't know shit about boxing. But Conor McGregor says most people don't know shit about fighting.
Conor McGregor is not incompetent. He's very dangerous.
Conor McGregor, this little bitch that got famous off my name.
You're the B side, I'm the A side.
Because he continues to say that he's the A side, right? So you need to kind of come a little lower. What would you like? Tell us your terms.
He's the scared side.
Floyd Mayweather is one of the best boxers in our generation, and for McGregor to think that he can outbox Mayweather is a little delusional.
Oscar feels that way because Oscar didn't get the fight. If I was doing this deal with Oscar right now, he'd be far from disgusted. I promise you that one.
Nothing for boxing. For boxing, it's nothing.
He's a fighter, and I'm a fighter.
You're a boxer, he is.
I'm a fighter.
I can't see how it's. I wouldn't. Sorry, Conor. I can't even see it being a fight.
You know, but I'm glad that we have these types of events with Canelo and Triple G to solidify what boxing, what real boxing is.
You got Floyd Mayweather, arguably the greatest of all time, undefeated, and you got Conor McGregor, who is by far, like he said, the biggest star in mixed martial arts. This is a fight that the world will be watching. Anybody who knows anything about fighting, when two men get in there and they square off and they start throwing punches, anything is possible. Anything is possible.
Trust me on that. When I step in there, I'm gonna shock the whole goddamn world.
Floyd Mayweather is a way better boxer, but Conor McGregor is dangerous as f***.
Look me in the eyes, 28 years of age, confident as a motherfucker, long, rangy, dangerous with every hand. Trust me, I'm gonna stop Floyd. You're all gonna fucking eat. Gonna happen? You're all gonna eat your words. The whole world is gonna eat their words.
But he said in saying that something no one's ever been able to say to Floyd. Yeah. I will f*** you up.
Conor McGregor, you a bitch.
First of all, it's about the fans. What do the fans want to see? And if you're a fan of combat sports, this is the greatest end of the year ever.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna kick ass. That's what I do.
Conor McGregor. Conor, did you quit, you little bitch?
This is a fight that the fans demanded. The fans wanted to see this fight. It's the most talked about fight on the planet right now, and it will be the biggest fight ever in the history of two people punching each other.
See, Floyd has traditionally had problems with southpaws, but he's never lost to one.
Floyd Mayweather. I'ma see you soon. I'ma see you soon. 1, 2, 3. The Mayweathers.
Robert Byrd has stopped the fight! What a night it has been here in Las Vegas!
I say it all
all the time, man. With that kind of money, Conor might never come back.
It always starts going down the drain when you let the greed start setting in.
But Conor McGregor going after the ref. I don't know what he's upset about.
Most disgusting thing that has ever happened in the history of the company.
I know it's not exactly been your favorite line of questioning here, but just to make sure we know the stakes. Winner here is the undisputed lightweight champ, and no interim champ for Tony Ferguson.
No interim champ. When this fight is over, champion. One of these guys will be the champion. Period.
And Dana, the winner would seem to line up for a fight with Conor McGregor later this year. Have you had any initial discussions with him? Is he interested in fighting the winner of this fight?
Connor's coming back this year 100%. He will fight this year.
We saw a video yesterday, a confrontation in the hotel with Artem Lobov. Can you kind of tell us, what happened there? What happened in that video? What's going on back at the hotel?
Nothing happened. If you guys remember, like in January in press conference, he talked about, hey, if somebody out, I'm gonna take this fight. He the man, he take this fight. This is not about like Conor, he talk about I'm ready, stay ready, but when UFC call me, like no connect, nothing, they cannot call him because he understand, now he have to fight. Now we have to fight, come.
The craziness of Max Holloway stepping in on 6 days notice to take on Khabib, who's freaking guy's been running through everybody.
You asked for Khabib many times.
Something happens at this point. I'm ready to outfight anybody on Saturday night.
You almost fought Khabib for the title
10
on
days.
super short notice. Why did they stop you?
They came in the room, they looked at me, they said, oh yeah, you don't look good. Yeah, we're cutting it. I was like, what?
What a week this is, man. Thanks for hanging in there with us. I'm gonna call up Khabib and Raging Al, and this is the brand new fight in the last several hours.
Earlier you said Conor McGregor isn't going to be here on Saturday.
As far as I know, he's not. No.
Have you told him not to be here, or have you just heard that?
No, it would be awesome if Conor came. I mean, this is obviously a fight that is very important to him and his future. It'd be awesome if Conor was here. McGregor's arrest. He's got some beef with Khabib. You don't come into Barclays Center, attack people that are in a bus who are fighting the next day. We're disgusted with him right now. Completely disgusted.
I want to stay humble, but I have to talk because your guys talk too much. I want to fight with your chicken because this is #1 easy fight in lightweight division.
I think Conor McGregor is like not only one of the biggest stars in mixed martial art, one of the biggest stars in all of sports on earth. So whenever Conor does decide to come back, I think it will be massive.
I mean, just think about setting him up with Khabib, having that fight. Like, Jesus Christ, that would be a giant fight. That might be one of the biggest MMA fights ever to make.
For me to commit to something like that, I need to be solid proof that people are going to show up, and he's a consistent pull-out merchant.
Yet another injury for the Russian fighter.
Khabib Nurmagomedov, he has not been cleared to fight.
He got within 6 pounds and was in really rough shape.
If you want to find me, please, just send me location.
Great collection of athletes up here, a lot of great fights, but you know the one everybody wants to hear about is Khabib and Conor. Is there another video package to roll out, or is there another?
Well, obviously they're not here. There's been a lot of talk and a lot of speculation, and you know, I've said many times that's the fight that needs to be made.
I hope they're gonna make this fight because I really want to change this guy's face.
If you want me to come and change your life, if you want me to come pick you, you better have some damn reasons for me to do that.
Yesterday UFC called me, hey, we need you, like we have to talk with you.
The fight is done. October, Las Vegas. It's on, ladies and gentlemen. Conor wanted this fight. As soon as this thing was over in New York, he wanted the fight and said, let's do this, let's make this as soon as possible. I want to fight this guy.
Conor vs. Khabib will be your biggest pay-per-view of all time.
I fell out of love with the game for a bit, went off and done my own thing, had many things going on. Now I'm back, I'm hungry to compete, and we're here right on the cusp of it.
If Conor can get through this Dagestanian assassin and scorch him in the first 2 rounds, are you kidding me? Who doesn't want to watch that?
My plan is make him flat, make him tired, and make him give up. This is my plan. And you know, I don't want to finish him early. I want to make him pay about all things what happened.
Hey everyone, welcome to the UFC 229 press conference.
Conor's not here yet.
I have a schedule. 3 p.m. Press conference has to begin because I have schedule. 15 minutes, I'm here. This guy didn't come. This is big disrespect. See you tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.
The traffic is a little heavy. There must be a McGregor fight going on. I don't know where the little fool is.
It got a little bit more personal and a little bit more, just a lot more personal, to be honest, and that's it. And now here we are on this one, so.
I plan on knocking that man's nose straight into the nosebleeds.
This has become personal for you.
Of course, long time ago.
I came back for the love of this, to come and shut this man up. A little rat, a little weasel, a little hard man in groups. I've met many of them through my years. A man who grows in numbers, but on his own, and when confronted in a similar situation, cowers away. And that's what you saw with that little on the bus over there. This I am going to truly love, putting a bad beating on this little glass jaw rat.
I'm come here for smash this guy. I don't
smash
wanna
me,
talk.
mate. Smash me.
I
smash me.
I can
you say send location. Here he is, right here in front of you. I'm right in front of you. Did you not see me outside the bus? No. Did you not see me right in front of you outside the fucking bus? I showed you my hands, no weapons. You talked a big game, now I'm here. He done nothing. He sat and took a shit on that bus. Here's my location, you little fool. Right in front of you. Do something about it. Do something about it. Yeah, you'll do nothing.
How we can fight after this fight when I change his face? Even if I have chance like submission or choke, I'm gonna keep punishing. You know, like talk with him, enjoy inside the cage.
If you'd have got off that bus, you'd be dead now. When the person you are looking for showed up, you took a shit on the back of a bus. So shut your mouth.
I think it's gonna be a long night for him. It's gonna be a long night.
Yes.
He knows this.
Lord, Jamie, that's
He knows
crazy.
this. He knows this. You know, I can't believe, you know, we finally gonna fight. You know, I can't believe. I'm gonna make him tired and after play with him. Because when he tired, he always give up. When cage close, me and him alone, nobody can help him. Nobody.
It's good to be back. UFC fans, it's good to be fucking back. The king is home.
Alhamdulillah. I know you got this. You don't like this. Alhamdulillah. Tomorrow night, I'm gonna smash your boy, guys.
You. Fool. Don't come at the king. Don't ever come at the king.
Khabib, we're going to get you on the mark, brother. Let's go.
Looking to regain his throne. And we are underway.
Wow! And that's the problem with takedowns is they gain the respect for the striker. Your striking gets better if you force takedowns because you're thinking about the shot. And now the shot's set up from the overhand. He goes back and forth, and that's what's made Nurmagomedov the best. That right hand.
Wow! Oh! Big ground attack.
What an entry by Nurmagomedov, and now he has McGregor up against the fence.
Oh, it's getting lit up. Conor's in serious trouble.
Oh, massive ground strikes here. Herky watching closely. Crowd goes bananas as McGregor gets upright, but for how long? McGregor trying to use the fence to his advantage. And he gets tripped right down. Too good. jumps the fence.
No.
And he's going right at Dylan Dennis. Mayhem. Oh, no. Total chaos here. It looks like UFC security has corralled Khabib Nurmagomedov. Oh! And now one of Nurmagomedov's teammates throws a right hand at Conor. All hell is broken loose.
This is crazy. I mean, they're throwing things at him. He's going to experience hate like he's never experienced in his entire career.
The Nevada State Athletic Commission voted unanimously on Tuesday to suspend UFC stars Khabib Nurmagomedov and Conor McGregor for their roles in a post-fight brawl.
Essentially 6 months for both. Khabib was technically 9, but he can reduce it down to 6 if he takes part in an anti-bullying campaign.
It was a little harsh in my opinion, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey guys, quick announcement. I've decided to retire from the sport formerly known as mixed martial arts today.
Less than a day after McGregor announced he's retiring comes a bombshell report.
Conor McGregor could be in for the fight of his life.
Arrested because he grabbed a fan's phone and smashed it.
Khabib will never fight in the state of Nevada again, and he hopes to return at Madison Square Garden in November.
Conor McGregor is now being sued.
Are you retired? A, and B, if not, why did you tweet that out?
That he's being investigated for sexual assault.
McGregor is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in Dublin.
You don't understand the amount of things that go on behind the scenes, Ariel. Sometimes I just need distance.
Conor allegedly punching an elderly man.
Not allegedly.
You don't do it. You don't put your hands on somebody.
I don't know if he's on drugs or what his deal is. Poirier will fight Khabib next.
Dustin Poirier has been on an absolute roll.
Really taking the gas away from Diego Branda. He looks up to the cage and met him up. He got locked in. He's already looking to finish. Some more shots. This could be it. That's it. That's it. Dustin, the Diamond Poirier, finishes Diego Branda.
He's won 8 of his last 9 fights. Recently, he's been through an absolute murderer's row. Anthony Pettis.
That's the end of the fight. Not sure if it was a tap from Anthony Pettis. Showtime Pettis did tap, so Dustin Poirier gets the finish he shot here tonight.
Justin Gaethje.
First time. You see the fourth. Big left hand lands by Poirier. He's looking for the finish here. Gaethje hurt.
Gaethje's hurt bad. But he's been here before.
Gaethje nearly out on his feet. Poirier continues to land.
But he doesn't have the wherewithal to clinch.
Dustin Poirier, goodness. Knockout. Oh my gosh, he does it. A fight for the ages in Glendale goes to the Louisianan.
Eddie Alvarez.
Alvarez is done. Alvarez still swinging though. Look at this. What a warrior, Eddie Alvarez. That's the Poirier finish.
That's it. Dustin Poirier closes the rivalry and knocks out Eddie Alvarez.
That's 4 champions in a row. What else do I got to do? This is like my 23rd fight in the UFC.
Oh, I do want a title shot. I feel like I've earned it. I'm next. I paid my dues.
I've been close to the mountaintop. I've been knocked down, and I've climbed back over and over again, 2 different weight classes. And I would never stand right here and ask for something I didn't earn. Let's go! It's time!
Now he's got that big interim title fight that he wanted.
Dustin Poirier at 155 pounds seems like a different person.
The way he's able to keep landing punches after the man's hurt and then keep landing knees while the man's flailing his arms, throwing hooks. He gets out of the way and he's able to keep touching you. He doesn't hit you with one big punch. He taps you, and then finally sits down, and that's why he gets the finishes the way he does. He doesn't rush, he takes his time, and he makes his shots count until the big one lands.
Dustin, the Diamond
I told you so. I told you so. I don't want to see 2 fights pretending like they're in church or meeting the president, okay? I want to see 2 guys that want to rip each other's head off.
Yeah.
Call me an animal, call me a barbarian, call me whatever you want, but that's what gets my, engine ticking.
I'll never quit here. I'll die in here. This is what I do. I live for this. Every day. All day. This is who I am. I'm a fighter at heart. I'll never quit in here.
Hey, a king gotta defend his throne. If you leave his throne, another king can come. Come see me.
Dustin, the Diamond
You want to be a fighter? What the up? Yeah. This is a piece of the world title. This is what I want. I want to unify this belt with the best. Get your together, young man. We got a belt to fight for. Right now, I'm the champ.
I understand that this is a piece of the world title, but to me, I'm the world champion.
You know, Khabib took himself out of the picture, not from injury, not from accident, by breaking the law and doing something he wasn't supposed to do, and he's suspended. I'm not doing those types of things. I'm trying to do the right thing, and I'm the champ right now.
I think I have to maul him, like I do with everybody.
He should know that I'm a very dangerous opponent.
I think that Poirier and Khabib is a fantastic fight.
I have 25 minutes to make life fair in there.
What a fight, what a scene it will be if this actually comes to fruition, you versus Khabib in Abu Dhabi.
Tell your boy to get his together.
Two Nigerian world champions.
There's something to be said from doing it the hard way. You know, there's something to be said from the guys that almost get there and fail, and almost get there and fail. You learn so much from those fails. The losses on your record can be so valuable. They're so valuable, and that's one thing that Khabib has kind of robbed himself of in his career, because no one's been able to better him. That first loss that he'll pick up will make him so much better, but Poirier's already been through those lessons, which I feel has prepared him very well for a title shot.
No matter how much I prepare, how much I believe in myself, I know that when I step in there, there's a chance that I could lose. There's a chance that I could be knocked unconscious. I can get choked out. This is survival. This isn't even a sport. This is survival.
The winner and new champion, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin Poirier!
When we go to the cage, I have to maul this guy, and I think it's gonna be a very good fight.
He knows what's up. I know what's up. Let's fucking fight. The guy's good, man. He's a world champ. Maybe I could have done more. You know, hindsight's 20/20. I was very prepared for this fight. To fight 25 minutes. He did exactly what I thought he was gonna do. Maybe, you know, of course I'm gonna beat myself up, and I'm the only one who has to deal with this, me and my family. But I wanted to leave tonight the world champ, and just let myself down, man.
I'm very, very excited to give my fans something to cheer about again.
Dana comes out and announces Conor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone.
It's very exciting.
Conor McGregor has only had 2 fights ever go his way where it has not gone the distance. Conor finishes fight.
Oh! Just left him! Then Conor McGregor is the new UFC Featherweight Champion of the world!
To make believe that he is a more decorated striker than Cowboy Cerrone is false.
Short time. Mendes is down. Cerrone looking to end it. And that is it. Before the horn. Donald Cowboy Cerrone is the winner again.
Most wins in UFC history, baby. And most finishes in UFC history.
Oh, that's it. That's it. It's over. It is all over.
Conor is not known to ground and pound, and he's not known to submit you. He's known as one kind of a fighter. Stand up.
This is why everyone's been talking about Conor. It's all over. Conor McGregor, another first-round win. That's it. It is all over. Conor McGregor stops Dennis Seaman. McGregor is the UFC Featherweight champion.
This is the perfect fight for Conor to return to. He hasn't won a fight since November of 2016. He hasn't fought since October of last year. He just needs to get his confidence back. He needs to get his mojo back. And Cerrone, he's, at the tail end of his career, and he has lost his last 2. It's a bit of a backstory. They go back 4.5 years.
He's real good at talking out in front of the public, but when we all stand in the background there, he got nothing to say. Of course, we get out here, he wants to run his mouth, but it's good. He sells the fights, but he comes to 155, he want to bend his little ass over and knock the Lucky Charm.
See about that.
Come on, man. Sit the down.
It's the right kind of fight for Conor to get his feet wet again, get his confidence back, and now, try to regain the magic that he had a few years ago.
James gonna stop it. That's it. Conor McGregor! Too easy! Wow!
Conor McGregor announces his return with about as many style points as you could produce.
Any one of these melty films can get it.
Conor McGregor looked ridiculous tonight.
40 seconds, Conor McGregor disposes of Cowboy Cerrone.
Don't ever doubt me.
He's back to the mindset that led him to be the most popular fighter in the world.
Almost as much fun as the fights themselves is the speculation as to who he is going to fight next.
So he wanted this fight at 170 pounds so he could get back in there, shake off some ring rust, get a win, and turn right back around.
Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
It was a tough one, man. You know, Dan came to the fight. He's a tough guy. He's on the rise. He really thought that he was going to get past me. He talked a lot of trash, like he was going to move forward and fight the champ. But I'm the champ, man.
You know, fighting is a roller coaster. I think people who say it's not are lying.
Can he finish it? Deep, nicely done. He's going to break his arm. It is all over.
He might be out. That's the end of the fight.
Dustin calls out Conor. Conor then responds.
The saga that is Conor McGregor in 2020 took another turn on Thursday when he revealed to the world that he has in fact accepted a fight against Dustin Poirier. There is a bit of a stipulation on his part now in accepting this fight against Dustin Poirier, and it's that he wants the fight to happen in 2020.
So through this crazy, pandemic year that we're going through, we faced a lot of challenges. We got a lot of things done. We've made this thing work. We made it happen. We have our schedule laid out. Fighters have committed to it. Fighters have started training for these fights. And, Conor came back and said he wants to fight. He wants to fight Dustin. So we went out and got him his own date, January 23rd.
Conor McGregor, he does big business every time he's out there.
So they said, all right, next available pay-per-view, January 23rd, let's start the year off with a bang. Conor's response is, no, I wanted to fight 3 times in 2020. Put me on one of these cards that are a little thin. The UFC doesn't want to do that, as you alluded to, because when Conor fights, it usually does very well pay-per-view-wise.
I mean, Conor has been a little bit annoyed lately, and he's been a little bit frustrated, but in all fairness to Conor, he's been annoyed and frustrated for the things that you and I generally love. He wants to fight. Oh, and by the way, he wants a hard fight. Oh, and by the way, what is cooler than accepting a fight and saying, and guess what, opponent? We're doing it right now.
I spoke to Dustin Poirier. He said he's in on November 21st, December 12th, or January 23rd. Of course he's in.
Does that fight even make sense? I think in a normal world, it probably checks some boxes, and I also think that it's very fun to do a rematch like that, particularly when Dustin, who's clearly gotten better, I think that that's always fun for us fans.
I've offered him a date on January 23rd versus Dustin Poirier. Yes or no?
That will leave.
It's a yes or no answer.
UFC President Dana White told ESPN's Brett Okamoto that the UFC wasn't budging on its offer to have Conor McGregor fight Dustin Poirier on January 23rd, 2021. So essentially, he said, take it or leave it. On Wednesday evening, Conor McGregor tweeted that he was accepting. He wanted the fight. He was going to take the fight against Dustin Poirier.
Are we ready to announce Conor, Dustin, January 23rd, Abu Dhabi?
I mean, we announced it the day that he signed the bout agreement. It's a fight.
Everyone talks about Conor whenever he comes up in the news. They're completely dismissing Dustin. All they're doing is looking at the result of the first fight.
This is a completely different fight. I feel like we're both completely different fighters.
They're skipping everything that Dustin's done since then.
Dustin Poirier is not going to Abu Dhabi to get beat by Conor McGregor.
It's not about trying to get back a guy who got me. This is just, it's business.
I must bring it back to the basics, look after my rest, look after my nutrition, treat my body and my mind like a temple, and then everything else falls into place.
That's it. Conor McGregor! Too easy!
I think this will be a much better, more interesting, close fight.
I'm fully committed to being the best version of myself.
Dustin has put on an incredible run since our last fight. It's been a long time coming. Yes, I did get the win over him the first time. But, he's rose right up and he's back up there at the top of the division. So I'm excited to go and compete with him again.
Every fight is a chip on my shoulder. I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to... the work that I put in, I'm trying to make it pay off. I'm trying to put my family in a better position. And this is no different. I know what a win over Conor McGregor means in combat sports. And I know that whoever wins this fight is fighting for gold. And that's why I fight.
I feel like I'm only starting, man. Everyone kind of wants to, hey, Conor, you've done it all. You're so rich. You're richer than Dana over here. what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm not allowed here. I want to be here. I want to perform for the fans. I'm a young man. I've got many highlights. You know, but all the money, all the belts, all everything, that comes and that goes. You know what lives on? Highlights. I want my highlight reel to be like a movie.
This result very professionally over here. He's a pro, man, and nothing but respect. We're 1-1. Maybe we have to do it again.
Dustin's a some fighter, and you know you're in here. If you put in the time in here, you're gonna get cozy in here, and that's it. I have to dust it off and come back, and that's it. And that's what I will do.
With Chandler fighting Oliveira now, is it safe to say that Dustin versus Conor 3 is kind of in the offing coming up?
Yeah. So when you asked about, Dustin wants the rematch. That's smart. That's what he should do. He should take the rematch, take that fight. It's a big fight for him. Kid's worked hard his whole life, his whole career to be in a position like this, and that's the fight you take.
Now, me and Dustin now, he's 1-1. For sure, we'll go again.
Well, we're 1-1. We both TKO'd each other, so you probably have to do it again, right?
There's always a trilogy when you got 1-1.
We went to Dustin. He was offered a title. He was told, Conor, fight is out there, but that's not going to be for a belt. What do you want to do? Very interesting spot. Do you want a title fight or do you want a bigger fight?
I feel like we owe it to each other. We owe it to each other to go in there one more time at both of our best and see what happens and see who the better fighter is.
They both want it.
And it's 1-1. I knocked him out. He knocked me out. A rubber match makes sense.
When you got two guys that want the trilogy as bad as those two do, try to make it happen.
When you find yourself in combat and the match turns out to be harder than you thought the match was going to be, things will unravel very, very fast.
You need to be hungry. You need to take every guy serious. It doesn't matter how you beat Dustin Poirier the first time. That's not the same guy you're going to be facing. And obviously Dustin Poirier is training like this is the most important fight of his life. So I think there were a lot of things lined up there for the upset.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. It's hard to take the highest highs and the lowest lows in this game.
I guess the good part is the rematch, the trilogy, McGregor is hungrier than he's ever been. He wants this fight back. He wants this fight badly. So it'll be a fun third fight.
When a guy as big as Conor McGregor falls short, loses, and then is able to pull himself back up and win, it's a huge story. It's a huge storyline.
He'll make adjustments.
Yeah, he'll make adjustments. It'll be a completely different fight. Like the first one and the second was different. The third one's going to be different as well. Because I'm going to make adjustments as well. I got to switch it up and keep things fresh and keep him guessing.
You want to win this fight? You've got to get back to fighting is number one. There is nothing else right now. You want to win this fight against Dustin Poirier because Dustin Poirier is 100% in. He is doing all the right things that prepares him to beat you a second time. So you need to put yourself into that same realm.
In a way that you explain a way that Conor can figure out a way to beat Dustin. He did beat him in the first fight, and he did rock him in the second fight. And Dustin actually admitted there was one point in the first round where he was hurt, and he was like, if Conor followed up, it might have been in trouble.
And he believes that he can beat Conor again, and then he believes that he will get that title shot and then go get that. You got to love the fact that he's doing things his own way.
I don't know if Conor McGregor can get back to the Conor McGregor that fought Jose Aldo and
Eddie Alvarez.
I don't know if he can get back to that guy. Not in that amount of time and make the adjustments to check those kicks. I don't think it's enough time.
Dustin Poirier took a lot of heat leading up to the second fight that he was too nice to Conor, that he was too gracious. And so I feel like that's out of the windows. He put all the dirty laundry out. Clearly, Conor is not playing nice anymore. And he even said that after the last fight, if you didn't like the fact that they were all chummy the second time around, if you didn't love the hugging and the handshakes and the gift exchanging, we're going to see the old Conor here. I think if you're a fan of the old Conor,
I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the he wants.
you're probably pretty excited that he's all fired up right now.
He will not be as precise as he was before. All of those things come with time and activity, and he just doesn't have it. He's made too much money too freaking rich.
You're saying money has changed this guy to the fact that, no, he's not going to be the same fighter.
Yes.
I don't think he's the same animal that he was back then. It's tough to be a savage and you're waking up in silk sheets.
The whole narrative going into this fight is, will the old Conor show up? Can he go back to his old self? Well, guess what? When he entered the UFC several years ago, up until post-Mayweather, there was no nice guy.
Sorry I'm late, I just don't give up.
I mean, he would carve up all his opponents.
He's a midget German steroid head.
Then with Cerrone and with Poirier the second time, it was a little too statesmanlike.
He has my respect, and although there will be blood spilled, it will not be bad blood.
I don't think that's why people fell in love with this guy. They love the bad boy. They love the fact that he talked trash better than anyone in the history of the sport. I think people want that old Conor to be back, and I think this is a sign that that old Conor is coming back.
If you can get to that point, you can get to it again.
Chip on his shoulder Conor, angry Conor, the old Conor. And you want to know who agrees with you that Conor needs to come back? Conor himself.
What does the champ do? He does it twice. Okay, I conquered it. Let's conquer it again. You know what I mean? Do it twice. That's what the champ does.
Every fight is a chip on my shoulder. I'm trying to prove something. The work that I put in, I'm trying to make it pay off. I'm trying to put my family in a better position.
Dustin Poirier is a bad motherfucker.
There's only one thing that will give you confidence leading into a fight. There's nothing to do with your opponent, his skills, or yourself and your skills. There is only one thing you will derive confidence from, that is conditioning. You will ask yourself one question before you leave that locker room to make that walk. Am I in shape? And moreover, do I have reason to believe I'm in better shape than him? When the end of the night comes, am I going to be here and be more present than he is?
I'm going to stop Conor again. July 10th, I'm going to get my hand raised, and I'm going to finish Conor McGregor again.